Welcome back. We are now going to put the focus back on a subject that only Mirror Now has been covering relentlessly ever since the resident doctors across the national capital began their strike, and that happened on 27th of November. A petition, viewers, has now been filed in the top court over the doctors' protest on the NEET PG counselling issue. The petitioner has appealed to the Supreme Court to take suo motu cognizance. This plea also seeks advancement of hearing on the NEET PG matter from January 6th, which is the original hearing date. That has been their demand since day one. The petition has asked for action on cops who reportedly manhandled the doctors. Look at the visuals that we have for you right now. These are from the national capital when these doctors were allegedly manhandled and when they were detained too. Meanwhile, the resident doctors have refused to give in. Now, they say they will continue to protest till they get a written apology from the cops, and FIR that has been filed against them is quashed. Delhi cops are saying that there's no question of an apology. Cops further denied any knowledge of manhandling the protesting doctors. The doctors are contemplating their next move after the hospital administration denied permission to them to continue with their protest. Now, amidst all of this, amidst this fight between the resident doctors and the centers and the center, and now resident doctors and the Delhi cops, patients have been left in the lurch. Even as health services in most big government hospitals in the national capital remain suspended, patients who've been pouring in from across Delhi and from other states say that they are being forced to return and they are not even getting to see the doctor. So tonight we ask, what will it take to end the crisis? We have Karuna Gopal, BJP leader, National In Charge Policy and Research, BJP Women Wing. We have Yashovardhan Azad, former IPS officer, Dr. Anita Ramesh, clinical trial specialist and senior consultant Apollo from Chennai. We have Ms. Geeta Bhatt, who is a political analyst, and Dr. Akshay Yadav, who is the president, in fact, of the Resident Doctors Association in Maharashtra, and he's representing the protesting doctors here on the show this evening. Good evening, all of you. Thank you for joining us here on Urban Debate. Dr. Akshay Yadav, let me begin this discussion with you. Now, you want an apology from the Delhi cops. You also want the NEET counselling process to be expedited. What have you heard from the center and Delhi cops on this demand?
Actually, yesterday when our delegation met the ministry, Honorable Minister, sir, there was a promise there that yes, we will get an apology. But in spite of that, what we got in return was the FIR lodged by police officers. So as I have discussed with my fellow colleagues in Delhi, so they just told me that if this is the case, so they would like to continue their protest, and in fact other parts of India, not just Delhi, like in Maharashtra also soon the decision will come. And already few colleges have joined the mass leave and strike. So other states will also join it soon because they also have started giving intimation. See, the question, ma'am, the question is of the respect we pay towards medical fraternity. It's not about that who manhandled. It's not about that police. It's not about actually about doc versus cops. It is actually about the respect a medical personnel should get from everyone. When no one in the country was ready to, in fact, enter into such a building where COVID positive case was there, resident doctors was the young brigade of our country who were on front line. I myself have experiences where I have to stay away from home and just to care without caring about my own parents. I was serving for the nation. So it becomes, as I can see the videos here, it feels like crying after seeing how the female resident doctors, my female colleagues, were manhandled that day in the incident, like you can see in this video.
Mr. Azad, you heard what the resident doctors have to say, what Dr. Akshay Yadav told us just now, that it is about the issue of respect. These are our COVID warriors. You also must have seen the visuals that Mirror Now has been playing of these people getting detained by Delhi cops. What they are asking right now is an apology, a written apology from Delhi cops. Is it too much that they are asking for? After all, these are the COVID warriors. They've been protesting and, you know, nobody has really paid attention to their demand.
First of all, I'm very happy that Dr. Akshay has been balanced enough to say that this is not a battle between the cops and the doctors. Secondly, I'm not speaking on behalf of the on behalf of the police here because I'm retired. I'm speaking as an analyst. Let me tell you that there is no magical agenda to stop protesters. And from what I have seen, in fact, I have seen the policemen first trying to stop the doctors marching. In fact, the DCP also made a statement saying that there was no lathi charge, there was no manhandling. It was just trying to stop the protesters. Now, there are facts here which clearly say that the doctors have been agitating, rightly so, because the counseling should have been done by now. It is between the government and the Supreme Court. In fact, there is a clutch of petitions against the reservation criteria and maybe by some of the doctors themselves who have failed to in this exam. And therefore, this battle lies somewhere. And it's not that the government doesn't want to, clear this thing. We need doctors very, very badly. And let me tell you, I agree with Dr. Akshay that while the frontline workers, these doctors have done a tremendous job along with nurses, so have been the policemen on the streets. So therefore, this battle is unfortunate. There are designated places of protest. And if you are trying to march to the Supreme Court, the cops have to stop you. There is no, what do you do? Do you sing hymns or chant slogans to stop protesters? This is the only way you can do it. I don't think there has been a case of police brutality or anything. And I do hope they meet the police commissioner and solve the problem amicably.
Karuna Gopal, do you think Centre has, mishandled this entire situation and that's the reason why it has become a huge crisis today?
Well, Hina, you cannot squarely blame the Centre for this problem. The matter is sub judice and we are waiting for the right time. But what I'm looking at is when the CJI, N.V. Ramana, talks about the provision of urgent hearing, which was done in the earlier cases like migrant worker problems or the closure of schools or lifting Indians stranded in other countries, we could have easily, the court could have done something on those lines to look at urgent hearing and expedited the whole issue. And then we wouldn't have had this kind of a very bad altercation with the doctors who are precious, precious resources, especially at a time when the country is staring at another wave. And the police is, of course, obliged to manage any of those problems. So really nobody is on the wrong. And if you were to ask a Sufi saint who would perhaps urge you to look at all perspectives and the doctor's perspective is right and the police perspective is right. But it's the courts that should react and expedite, become more agile, look at innovative ways of solving these problems.
Okay, and the focus this evening on this particular show is to find some solutions so that the strike is over, so that these doctors go back to the hospitals, because we are in the middle of another crisis. Our COVID spike is alarming now. Ms. Geeta Bhatt, I want to understand from you, I've been hearing this argument from the Centre side since day one. The matter is sub judice. But then, we came to a situation at the end of November only because this entire process was delayed. Don't you think the Centre should now do something on priority if the Supreme Court is not taking suo motu cognizance? Why is the center waiting for 6th of January's hearing? Why can't the center approach the Supreme Court before that it's ready with the report that it had to submit?
Well, this altercation which took place definitely was very, very unfortunate, and the nation is very, very thankful to our medical fraternity, including doctors, paramedics, nurses, the exemplary work that they have done in the last 1.5 years. When it comes to this particular case, Hina, you see, at times it happens that there are certain issues, especially when it comes to reservation. This EWS reservation has been implemented across all institutions, all educational institutions. It is not just in the medical institutions, but across all type of institutional education institutions. And it is one of the aspirants actually who has gone to the Supreme Court and has raised issues because of which there has been there are other NGOs and other people who have also raised this concern. But when there is when the government has come out and said that we are going to form a committee, and that report, in fact, the health minister has said that before the next hearing on 6th of January, the report he's assured the doctors who had gone to meet him that the report is going to get submitted so that at least the court can move forward, because we know technically now this particular case is sub judice, the court ultimately has to give a particular decision on it. Then only any further process in terms of counseling can take place. Although we also have to understand that this particular matter is related to a particular reservation which does not just involve the health ministry. Rather, it is the law ministry, the social justice ministry, the labor ministry. I mean, there are many ministries which are going to get involved in it, and hence there could have been some delay because of this reason. But one is hopeful that this will get resolved, because this definitely is a matter of concern, and nobody would like that our young doctors they should be out on streets protesting, and they themselves are very concerned about about their work. It is not that no one understands that. So one is hopeful that before 6th of January there will be a report submission from the government, and so that the court can take it forward.
Okay, I think Dr. Yadav wanted to respond. Yes, then I'll go across to Dr. Anita Ramesh.
Everyone is saying that why dogs are now on roads, and why we cannot comment on the reservation part. Ma'am, everything started on the day of 18th April when first NEET was postponed. Why had we postponed the NEET is my first question. Even if you have postponed it, why when Honorable PM Sir has on Twitter, they have mentioned that we will finish the counselling very soon, and no more changes in the counselling part to be done. At that time, the tweet was there. After that, they keep on. The dates were new dates were coming frequently. Every time we were getting news for hearing. So first we listened to Honorable PM Sir. Then we listened to Supreme Court of India. The day where resident doctors started their protest was in November, when Supreme Court themselves said that even now we are worried why the counselling is not happening, and the delegation from Government of India said that we have given a word to our client, so we can't let it happen unless and until this case is over. So at that point, somewhere there was mistake from everyone's side. We could have started the counselling side by side, like
Ms. Geeta Bhatt wants to respond. Ms. Geeta Bhatt wants to respond. The only point I think that they are raising right now, ma'am, is that, there are about 45,000 odd doctors who could join if the counselling process begins. And we need doctors. There is a shortage of doctors as well, and India needs a lot of doctors at this point in time.
Yeah, see, what I wanted to say was, see, you know, the postponement of the NEET examination was something, I mean, these have been, you know, in exceptional circumstances last 1.5, 2 years. And if you remember, April was the time when there was a peak of the second wave. I mean, so many of us, including, I remember I was also, you know, I also had COVID, and the kind of circumstances across the country we had seen. And the circumstances were such that there were many examinations which got delayed.
Ma'am, I would like to add here. I would like to add here, if religious proceedings like Kumbh Mela, if rallies of any political party, I'm not against any political party, I'm not against any religion. I'm just saying, if those can happen, then why cannot MBBS doctors who know all the COVID protocols can sit in a room with COVID protocols and give the exam? That was our point that time also. When everything was happening in the country, we could have just got the doctors.
Mr. Yashovardhan Azad wants to respond to the point that you're making. Got your point, Dr. Yadav. Mr. Azad wants to respond. Then I have to quickly go across to Dr. Anita Ramesh. Yes.
Yeah, I totally agree with Dr. Akshay that all the political rallies, etc., were going on, but all the essential things are not going on. Today, we are in a state of national emergency. We are having Omicron cases day by day, and the issue is mired again in the reservation. We have a very complicated kinds of a reservation scheme, and now I understand that 6th January is the date which has been given to the Supreme Court. But in a case of national emergency where the election should be postponed and these 45,000 doctors should be in hospitals, why can't this be done in a short period of 7 days? I'm sure the lordships will also agree that here is something which needs to be given advanced hearing. And I agree with the BJP spokesman when she said that Supreme Court should give it the earliest hearing and get off with it.
Absolutely. Dr. Anita Ramesh, the point is very simple. It is again a sort of national emergency that we are into. So why can't the center expedite the process? Because amidst all of this, please don't forget, there are patients who come to these government hospitals in Delhi from not just Delhi, but from far off places, and they are returning back home without any treatment.
Yes, see, I'm also in the medical college and I head the oncology division at Savita Medical College. It's a private hospital in Chennai, and also I have in with Apollo. Now, being in the medical college, I understand, and being a doctor, because I have also cleared my PG and come to this position. So yes, this is a priority, and it's the first thing that the country should do at this point of time: sort out the NEET PG counseling. How they have, our Prime Minister declared the vaccination for healthcare workers, children, and for the elderly. Similarly, they should declare the PG NEET counseling within 24 hours. It is must, it is mandatory, and it is the need. We know what happens in the emergency if doctors are not there. Actually, the resident doctors are the crux of the OPDs, crux of the emergency and COVID, particularly fever clinic. So everywhere they are there. So that is what is needed. And my suggestion is that immediately approve the NEET PG counseling, not to delay for any hearing, because we have already entered into the third wave. We need those 45,000 doctors immediately at this point of time. Yes, it might need some compromise with the police and the government, but this is not the time to have wars, tussles, and hold rallies and stop it. I think it has to be stopped, and immediately the things has to be. As well as I know, many of the bills were passed on an emergency basis in the government, depending upon the priority. And I think this is also a priority bill which needs to be passed. I would say not January, I will say today. Okay, and you recruit the doctors and bring them inside, because we are going to face a huge crisis now. And the third one, this virus is very infective, Omicron, and it is almost 10 times more infective. Lots of patients are getting admitted. I know how many cases are walking in the southern India. All cases are rising. So please sort it out with the government immediately. Recruit the doctors, and no hard issues with the cops or anybody. But yes, this is an essential service, has to be addressed at this point of time.
Right. Well, absolutely. It is a very, very, important point you're making, and this has to be done on priority. And that's the reason why I want to ask you, Karuna Gopal, what can be really done now to end this crisis? The center has made it very clear, wait for 6th of January. We can't do anything before that. But I'm sure something can be done.
I think what I am at a personal level hoping is that the 3-member committee is going to submit the report and expedite the process. Maybe, negotiate with the courts to quickly convene urgent hearing and put a real full stop to this very unfortunate events. As Doctor from Apollo was saying, I mean, these young doctors are the backbone of our medical system. They are the front line, they are the backbone, they support the entire healthcare infrastructure. And we need them inside the hospitals and not on the streets. So the government I expect the government to quickly submit the report, and then the courts to take cognizance of that and convene something so that quickly there'll be let's say, a solution for something as unfortunate as this. Doctors on streets is not done.
Okay. Dr. Akshay Yadav, during this debate, we've got a press release as well from the Resident Doctor Association. And Dr. Yadav, it mentions that today was the 13th day of the agitation, and the concerned authorities had a meeting with the doctors. They are now demanding withdrawal of FIR, and they have decided to continue the agitation, something that you also told us earlier. But, sir, do you think if you get written assurance from the Ministry of Health that from 6th of January, the counselling process will begin, are you ready to end your strike? What exactly is it that you need to end your strike immediately? What is it that you're now quickly demanding from the centre, given what the centre has said so far?
Main demand is that NEET PG counselling should start. FIR is, yes, it is also a demand because whatever has happened was pathetic and should not have happened. But our main demand is that NEET PG should start. We will get nothing. Apology is there. Yes, we want that. But ultimately, why we are on roads? So that we can bring in more doctors and we can treat the patients more efficiently. At present, all the resident doctors all over India are working, for extra hours. Why? Because only in all the government hospitals where, for example, 100 doctors should be there, only 66 doctors are functioning because 1/3 of the doctors' workforce is not yet admitted. And this is the condition since more than 7 months. So ultimately, even if we go back to work, we will face a high health crisis. And that is what we wanted to avoid. So that is why we are on roads, so that the citizens don't suffer. All this we are doing so that the healthcare system of India don't crumble. So this is the main demand which we want, that it should start. The NEET PG counselling should start.
Okay, Dr. Anita Ramesh, what will you say to the centre at this point in time? Because it's a very, very tricky situation and we really want all the doctors to end their strike, but their reasons are also quite valid. What is it that you would like to say to the centre on Urban Debate tonight?
Tell the centre, like what we heard from our Prime Minister on the 25th of December, and then auspicious day, how he announced the vaccination. He should do it. He has the power to do it, and he can do it immediately because it's a national crisis. To break it, to go for the council, recruit those 45,000 doctors and get ready for the third wave. He has done so much for the country. He has put in beds. He has got recruited people. He had done oxygen cylinders, and we tided over. And India's healthcare system is quite good. But this has to be sorted out. This is not the time for agitation, fights, debates, but it is to be sorted out on the same day. So please recruit. Please get the PGs inside.
It needs to be sorted out. So that's the bottom line. Mr. Azad, last word I give to you.
I would say 3 things to the Honorable Prime Minister. Please cancel the elections. Focus exactly on getting these 45,000 doctors to the hospital because this is an emergency. And FIR should be withdrawn because this is something negotiable and that is not a big issue at all.
Well, so that's the clear message that our panelists, of course, have given for the center. It is a matter of concern, and we need all the doctors on the duty at this point in time, because the way COVID cases are rising, it's clearly an indication that the third wave probably is already here. We can really hope that the center listens to what these doctors have to say and does something about this matter, and we can really hope that this NEET PG counselling process also begins quickly. I appreciate all of you for joining us here on Urban Debate this evening. Heading into another short break, more updates on the other side. Stay with us.